bridging that gap, bridging the gap from the content you're putting out there to getting them on paper, right? So how do we do that? I'm going to share with you a couple of things, and a piece of technology that you really should be working on is something called Linktree. Linktree. Now this, so I have here Tom Ferry's social media profile. It's I'm using Instagram as an example. He puts out content, but how does he bridge the gap in getting someone to say, yeah, you know what, I'm interested in coaching, right? So he's putting out valuable information at no cost. This is valuable information that as a professional realtor, if I watch this and look at this, and what I can get some great value from what he's saying. So that's key. So number one, I want you to write down is whatever content you're putting out there, it needs to be something of value for the consumer, not necessarily for you. So you're putting out the value. Then what he says, when you look at a piece of content, I'm going to use this one with Jason Pantana, right? So he's talking about this week in marketing. And as you can see here in the description, he gives a description of what it is that he's talking about. But here's the key. See how he writes down link in the bio. Okay, cool. So if I want to get more information, if this video makes sense to me and it resonates with me, and I'm like, hey, I like what he's saying, I got a link in the bio. Okay, what's this link about? So when I go to Tom Ferry's bio, as you can see here, that's where the link tree comes in, right? He puts in a link tree. So when I click on it, it takes me to his link tree. Now, when I look at his link tree, you could see all the different, I call it call to actions. You know, that would be what I would call this. This is like, you know, the bait. Let's look at maybe the bait for the client to click on. And right now I was looking at Jason Pantana, you know, this week in marketing, great. And it's right here. You know, the 7 common video mistakes to avoid. All right. So when I click on this, it then takes me to a landing page on the website. Okay, very important. It's taking me to a landing. So what's that bridge from the content you're putting out there to get them to come to your website, to get them to come to a landing page where they can now give us their contact information? What's that bridge? And that's what we're talking about here, is creating this bridge to get them to come to your landing page. And here in this particular landing page is what an information landing page where he has the video again. He has some call to actions here on the right that might entice people, but the information that he's presented is now here, right? So how do we do this for you? How do we create that for yourself? So we want to start looking at is number one is what are some common call to action landing pages that you can create on your website, When you look at Tom Ferry, he has a number of them. If you go over to tomferry.com and then just go to the resource and agent tools, these are all his call to action landing pages. As you know, he's trying to attract realtors. You can see the 2022 business plan, you know, ultimate offer acceptance, 33 ways to attract more listings, everything catering towards realtors, right? And he's got like 14 of them, right? So he's got a number of them. So these are all bait, let's call it bait or hooks or attractions or something that will entice the client to jump onto it. In this case, he's catering towards realtors. But let's flip this a little bit. You as a realtor, what are some examples of landing pages that you can use to attract buyers and sellers? Maybe the 33 ways to get your home sold in today's market, as an example, right? Maybe, hey, low inventory success strategies, how to find your perfect home, like whatever that may be. So a landing page would look like this. Real simple, catchy title, give some, you know, what it is that you're offering them. What's that special report or information? It could be something as simple as find out what your home is worth in today's market. Hey, we'll provide you with details of what have sold in your marketplace. We'll show you details of for sale in your marketplace, a map of where everything is at, and a community information, and also 3 tips on how to get your home sold for today's marketplace. That would be the kind of the bait, you would say, and then have them fill in their information. And that's how you generate the lead, right? So we start off with content, take them to your Linktree. They see something that makes sense to them, and it takes them to a landing page on your website. That's how we bridge that gap from the content you put out there to getting them onto paper for yourself, right? So this is a really powerful tool to use, Linktree. It's easy to set up. Now, I would say that there are some mistakes here. Like, I've created my own, and I would say, don't do what I'm doing. See, this is a big no-no. Why is this a big no-no? Well, first and foremost, I'm putting my profiles in where the call to action should be. I got here Instagram, I got here LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. That's wrong, right? You're better off doing what Tom has done and put those profiles here at the bottom, nice and neat, and then using this space for your call to actions. Right? Find out what your home is worth in today's market. Hey, 9 tips to get your home sold for top dollar. Here, the 27 things you need to do to maximize the sale of your home, right? Get a free list of homes for sale under 800,000 or under 500,000. Right? Find out when your neighbor's for sale. Like, these are all kind of catchy titles that I would use to attract buyers and sellers. Maybe you can even use something as simple as, hey, get your free first-time home buyer's guide. Or, hey, here is our seller's guide to maximize the sale of your home. Like, whatever it is, whatever those call to actions may be. Now, if you're wondering, Danny, I don't know, I can't really think of call to actions, right? Like, really, call to actions? Well, if you want to really dive deep in this, think of the clientele that you're working with right now. Who are those buyers? Who are the sellers? Maybe you are selling new construction. You got a pre-construction project. Those would be a great CTAs, call to action. You got a brand new project that's coming in, right? Would you like to get the floor plans and the pricing and the details of this new, like, a lot of people are like investors, right? Did you know that in Canada, 25% of all the homes out there are secondary homes? And if you're in BC or Ontario, it's 1 in 3. It's 33%. It's crazy. So there are many investors out there. If that's who you're targeting towards, is getting an investor, that would be a great CTA, right? So think about, who are you catering right now, right? What are their issues, their problems, what are they facing right now that you can create a special report to help them? And that's what I would look at. Worst case scenario, you could just simply use a brand new listing or brand new sale. You don't have to use, this type of strategy. You can actually use case studies to create the CTA, a case study, right? Something like, hey, 103 Norman Drive, how we got it sold, case study. That can be a CTA. And you can give some details. Hey, we sold this home for 89,000 more than was asking, right? How did we do it? Well, in this case study, you're going to learn the 3 biggest stumbling mistakes that sellers make before selling their home and how to avoid them, right? Here are some tactics you can use to increase the value of your home before you put it for sale, right? So blah, 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 fill this in. And then when they do that, what are you sending them? You're simply sending them what you did to sell that home. Hey, we went into the house. We lightly staged the house. We got the home painted. We moved the furniture around, right? We set up, ordered a for sale sign, put in the brochures, had a mega open house. This many people came through the open house. We sent out this many flyers, right? This is how many showings we had. This is how many offers we had. And then boom, we got it sold. We can do the same for you. It's that simple. That would be a CTA landing page, a call to action landing page, bridging that gap. right? And that would be really cool. You know, if you put out a listing video about this new listing, right? And then links in the bio. And again, you're creating a landing page, getting people to get the listing. And once you sell it, you create this case study and how you sold it. If you're putting in on your social media already what you sold and what's for sale, take it to the next step. And that is, each time you get a new listing, you create a landing page for it. Give it some thoughts. Hey, this is what we're going to offer you, so that you can collect the data from the consumer. That's what we're looking for. I'm giving you details. I'm giving you value. All I'm asking in return is your contact information. That is key, so that I can get you to being that bottom of the funnel lead, where once I have that conversation with you, I now know your timing. I now know your motivation and what it is that you want to do. And I can now start to drip on you to the point where I'm the agent that they're going to select. Does this make sense? Right? We're looking at how do we bridge the gap. Now, if I was going to take this awesome program, right? It really is awesome. Linktree. And then again, Tom has a great job here. Profiles at the bottom, call to actions in the middle. If you're going to take it to the next level, look at Carrie Underwood's Linktree. She does a great job here. What's the difference? Obviously, you got the profiles here at the bottom. Call to actions are all in here. But what she's different, actually added in some video. And this is really cool, because now that you can put yourself right in front of the client and say, hey, would you like to get more details on our first time home buyer program? Click on the link below and we'll send you those details. Now people get to put back to the video idea, right? Really selling them on this idea. And then they can click on this link and take them to your landing page, right? So that's what you can do with Linktree. I think it's awesome. Don't do what I did. This is wrong, right? This is correct, right? This is even better, right? Even better with videos in it. Embedding some videos in here, call to action landing pages, right? That's how we bridge the link between content that you're putting on social media to get them from that middle of the funnel into that bottom of the funnel lead source, right? Remember, as an agent, your job every single day is to continuously fill the funnel. So by far, the most important thing you need to be doing every day is to spend some time generating brand new leads, right? And basically build the business. If you're not taking the time to build your business and all you're doing is just simply closing the loops in your business, like you're dealing with your everyday minutia that's happening in your business, and that's what you're doing, that's what you focus on, and you don't spend the time to build the business parts, right? Then you're going to have the ups and downs in real estate versus the steady growth is what we're looking for. You know, how amazing would it be a paycheck a week? Like seriously, think about that. Think of your average commission check and getting that every single week. And the only way that happens is that you're continuously filling the pipeline. Everything you do today, you're not going to see reap any benefits from it until 90 to 120 days from now. So we can't do the start, stop. You need to be consistent at this. There needs to be consistent lead gen and consistent creating content, putting it out there. You know, you don't want to be the secret agent. That's what we're not looking for. All right. Does anyone have any questions on how to bridge the gap from the content you're putting out there, getting their contact information coming to you? No? You guys all good? Then please unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourselves. Nick, I'm looking at you, Nick. I know I want to hear you, Nick. You're excited, Nick. I can tell. All right. What day is it today?
Money-making day.
All right, it's a money-making day. So who do you have to connect with in your business today to move the needle? You guys are awesome. I'll talk to all of you on Monday. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Danny.